going? And welcome to the very first video of Visual Basics series. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating a new project. And so with this project, I've been making a game, as you guys, if you've been following the tutorial or the devlogs that I've been posting, then you know what I'm talking about. If not, that's perfectly fine. So you're going to start a new project. You're going to go language, you're going to go down to Visual Basic, and then you'll see Windows Form AP.NET Framework. So you're going to select that one, you're going to hit next, and then we're going to call it, what we're working towards with this project is a game launcher for my game that I'm creating. So we're going to go game launcher. Okay, so now I'm also going to change the location of where I'm saving it. So I call it game launcher. Now I'm going to change the save location to my desktop just because that's my personal preference. And yeah, now we're just going to hit create. So this is going to take a while, and once it's loaded up, I'll be right back with you. Once it launches, this is what we get. So we get this lovely screen with a form on it. And so we're just going to start off with the basics. So we're just going to start off with a button and a image that we're going to try and display. So if I go, I have two monitors, so I'm just on the other monitor right now. Pictures and saved pictures. We're going to put one of the pictures that I have into a resource file. So I'm just going to copy it, and then desktop, Visual Studio 2019, going into the project folder like this. So I'm within the visual where I'm saving my project. I go into my project folder, game launcher. I'm going to create a new folder, and I'm going to call it resources. And then within here, I'm going to paste it. So this is the image that I have for my YouTube channel, except for now it's within a circle, so I can turn it into a button if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. Not yet, at least. We're going to rename it Tinker YouTube. Okay, and it's a PNG file. Okay, so now this is in the resources file. Perfect. That's all that we need right now. We're going to change the size of the form just by dragging, clicking on the little square over here and dragging it across. We're going to go into Toolbox, and we're going to pin it so that it doesn't move. Okay. So now we're going to search up a button. We're going to drag and drop that into the scene or into the form, and if we go like that, we can also go over here, open up the form by pressing on this little arrow, and then it'll give you this. Double click on the form, and that'll open up this. Control-Shift-S to save all of it. Now, under here, under the Properties tab, we are going to change the text of the button. So we're going to have it read. Let's go YouTube. Change the text over here. So now we're going to scroll down, and we're going to change the name of the button under the design. And the reason why we're doing this is because you don't want a button that said that you don't want BTN1 or button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4 inside the code, because then it makes it harder to change later. So we're just going to name it BTN YouTube. Okay, so BTN YouTube, and that'll just be the button for YouTube. And what it'll do is when I press it, it'll show me my little guy, my little icon right above here. That's all we're going to do for today. Just keep it short, simple. This video is already 5 minutes long, so yeah, we're just going to do that. So YouTube, right? Now what we're going to do is we're going to search up here and the toolbox for picture box, and we're going to drag. No, that's not what I want. Okay. Right click it, delete. Okay. We're going to drag it over here. We're going to make the lines line up. And we're going to try and make it as square as possible. Okay. So now we're going to go down through here, through the properties, size mode. We're going to change it from normal to stretch image. We're also looking for the size because we want it to be a perfect square. Okay, so that's location, size. It is currently 75 and 68, so we're just going to change that to 75 and 75. Perfect. That's a perfect square. And then we're also going to name it YouTube icon. Oh, I have to pick YouTube icon. Okay, so you always want to make sure that you're properly naming it. Sorry if there's a lot of noise in the background. I really need to get my own place. So now we're going to go over here from in the property still to the image. Okay, we're going to click on the 3 dots, and as you can see, it automatically puts us into project resource file. Okay, if you do local resource, it's not going to work because if the image was taken off the web at all, then what we've found throughout the classes that I've been taking is that it doesn't work at all, and it creates this massive error and bug. So you're just going to go import under the Visual 2019 project folder. You're going to go through your game launcher, resources, and then choose what you want to upload. So I'm importing this lovely image. Okay, so I'm going to hit OK, and then it'll import it for me, and as you can see, it's right down here. Alright, that's perfect. But now what we're going to do is we want it to be not visible, so we're going to turn it to false. So if I save this all and I ran it right now and I hit start, what's going to happen is it's going to come up with a form after it's done loading, and the image will not be seen. Okay, you can see it here, but since it's set to false, it will not show up. So it's supposed to be right here, but it's not. And if I press this button, nothing happens. So we're going to change that right now. Okay, so we're going to go over, we're going to double click on the YouTube button, and you can see that it opens up the form. But what we're going to do is we're going to hit enter 3 times. We're going to do some notation. Okay, so date. What is today's date? Tab over twice. Today's date is September 15th, 2019. Okay. Now we're going to go here. We're going to go author. Who is the author of this code? Well, that is Turner. Or 32-bit Studios. Because that is what I want my company name to be. And then description. Give a quick description of what the program is meant to do. So it is a game launcher for fractured worlds, or whatever you're doing with it. Okay. So yeah, now we're gonna go down here, and we are going to do. So we have the form over here, right? And on the button click, so BTN YouTube click. What do we want us to do? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna select the pick YouTube icon. So we're gonna go pick YouTube icon. Okay, we're gonna go dot visible, because we're changing the property of visible, equals true. So we're changing that property to true. And I spelled YouTube wrong. So pick YouTube dot. Usually when you put in the dot, it'll give you a bunch of things that you can do. Visible equals true. So we're setting it to be true. Okay. So now, whenever we press that button, it'll show us our little picture down here. And it's kind of small. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it bigger. So we're going to go here. Let's make it 125 by 125. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. And we'll hit enter. We'll move that right there. And then we'll move the YouTube button over. Actually extend it all the way over. Save everything. Run it again. So now when we press the YouTube button, we get our lovely image here. And let's say this wasn't enough. Let's say we wanted to add a label here saying our YouTube channel name. So we'll go label. We'll drag this guy in. We'll move this up a little bit. Move this label over here. We'll center the label. So that's about center, right? So we're going to go here. We're going to go label design is LBL channel name. And then we just want Tinkernaut right there. Boom. Okay. So now we can select that, and select that, and then we can go Format, Align, Centers. Okay. So now all of the centers are lined up. And actually, I don't want that, but I want, let's go that and that. Format, align, lefts. I want the text on the left side of that. Okay, we'll save it, we'll run it, YouTube. Okay, but now we also want the label to show up when it shows up. Okay, so we're gonna go control, we're gonna select that one. Finding out where the visible and all that stuff is a pain in the butt. But it works. So that is that. And now what we're going to do is LBL channel name. It's weird, if you hit enter it goes all the way down. Dot visible space equals true. So save everything, reload it again. When you press it, this all shows up. Perfect. So that has been a way longer video than I thought it would be. Sorry for dragging it out so long. We're kind of setting some things up as well as working on some of this stuff. So I'm sorry it took so long. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the flip side, kiddos.